You can see Percy right there. She's considering getting in the koi fish pond. Percy, if you do it, can we get 100 likes for Percy to jump in the koi fish pond? She's actually jumped in it quite a few times already. For some reason, she likes it. It's kind of cold outside. The water, I bet, is freezing. Percy's a tough cookie. Let's just say that. You know who else is a tough cookie? Well, that wasn't the best transition, but oh, look at that. The dogs are having fun back there. Anyway, Mark Cuban right now is coming out with some words of advice when it comes to crypto, suggesting that if you are in cryptocurrency right now, you are not just early, you are extremely early. Let's take a look at what he said here, and then we'll move on to some big news that suggests that it could be possible Dogecoin could become the legal tender, or at least a legal tender of the United States. That would certainly be awesome to see. Mark Cuban says, "I'm old enough to remember when sophisticated investors invested in internet sites based on hits. A hit is the display of any file, so sites loaded up on tiny invisible files and bragged about how many hits they got. People dismissed the net just like they are crypto right now, basically suggesting that people were underrating the internet at its beginning stages. And now they're doing the same thing with crypto, suggesting that crypto is not just at the beginning stages. It is so much at the beginning stages that it is similar to the internet boom and what we saw with that. A lot of people doubted it and said the internet wouldn't go anywhere. You probably have seen plenty of times in movies where they will make jokes about this and say, yeah, the internet is not going anywhere. Oh, come on, the internet's just a fad. People say that all the time in movies, but there were actually real people who really said that. And Mark Cuban kind of pointed out the distinction there. Ron then says, I'm also old enough to remember when Yahoo changed the face of monetizing the ad model when it went to CPC. My site did 1 million PV a day, 1 million uniques a month, when only 350 million people were online worldwide. You've had AudioNet servers that basically were co-located next to mine in FLL. I did okay, you did a bit better, he says, basically saying, yeah, Mark ended up capitalizing on the internet boom even more. Then Mark says, if they would have held on to that patent and not shared it, it would be a different world today. Kind of crazy to think that just these small little things can change the entire history and the entire course of something so massive like the internet, for example. I mean, absolutely huge there. Mark Cuban, though, once again, he was at the very beginning stages of the internet. Percy, come on, you're gonna play with the toy. We don't want you to play with the toy, Percy. We want you to jump in the pond. We want entertainment. See, look, you can see her down there. She is playing with the toy. I don't know. Can you see her? There she is. Oh my gosh, Percy, let me see that toy. Let me see that toy. Oh my gosh. See, you can tell I'm a real Dogecoin supporter because I actually have dogs. 2 of them. There's also Rosa right there. I don't know if you can see her, but she's right over there. Two beautiful puppies. 2 beautiful puppies. But Mark, thank you, Percy, for going over there. That's much better. We can't hear the toy sound as much anymore. If they would have held on to that patent, Percy, give me that toy. Give me that toy. Give me that toy. Oh wow! Now she wants to play. Yeah, good luck trying to get a toy from a Dalmatian. These dogs are fast as heck. Now they're fighting over. All right, have fun over there, Rosa and Percy. Thank you for adding entertainment to our live today. But now to move on to even bigger news. But yeah, like we were saying, Mark Cuban, he was at the very beginning of the internet boom, capitalized on it massively. Thank you, BP, for coming in with the big chat and the heart. I appreciate that. He capitalized on the internet boom, and he's doing the same thing with crypto. A lot of people are making that reference. Is definitely a cool thing. He probably does believe that it can become the legal tender of major countries like the United States, for example. Probably not the UK, because they have a lot of weird people in the government over there. But probably the US. That's definitely a possibility on the table, and I'll show you exactly why that is a possibility. Take a look at this. So we have US Senate candidate who has proposed making Dogecoin legal tender in California. This then led to a bunch of articles coming out about it. So this guy got a ton of free publicity. Dogecoin is legal tender in California. This Senate candidate wants to make it happen. A US Senate candidate will propose to make Dogecoin legal tender if he wins. The US Senate candidate who wants to make Dogecoin a legal tender in California. Now, what is this guy's name? Well, here's his website. His name is, of course, Let's Start Making America Better. No, wait, no, that's his slogan. Wait, what's his name? His name is U.S. Senate Candidate. That's his name. U.S. Senate Candidate 1. U.S. Senate Candidate 1, his legal birth name, Yursich Jr., Timothy Yursich Jr. He's a California Senate candidate. He is running as a Democrat in California, and just goes to show you that it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, you can still support Dogecoin and love it. That's one of the beautiful things about it. He also does seem to be a little bit more moderate than a lot of people in California, which is an interesting spin. We'll see if he can win, but I mean, just imagine he would not have had 3 articles like this and people talking about him on shows and stuff if he didn't embrace this. Why wouldn't you if you're a presidential candidate? Why wouldn't you if you're trying to win a seat in the Senate, in the House, even in a state Senate seat? Why wouldn't you try your best to embrace Dogecoin and get all this free publicity? It just makes common sense at this point. Why wouldn't you? This is an example right here of why it's so beneficial to be benefiting yourself from crypto. And that's okay, right? A lot of people say, oh wait, how dare you use crypto to benefit yourself? Well, what do you mean? That's the whole point of crypto. We're supposed to benefit ourselves and benefit others by embracing crypto and doing cool things with it. The incentive structure needs to be there for people to benefit from stuff, or else Dogecoin won't move forward. It's just that simple, and the incentive structure is continuing to be built out here. Even in the market like this, we still get that many articles. Now wait until Dogecoin starts going crazy again and see how many articles you'll get if you embrace it as a Senate candidate or House candidate or even presidential candidate. Would not be surprised to see certain politicians like maybe Andrew Yang or Nikki Haley embracing cryptocurrency when they run for office, most likely in 2024. We'll see what happens with that. Those are 2 candidates that seem to have a little bit more popularity than the average. And so if they combine a little bit more popularity than the average with also liking cryptocurrency, that could be something special. Also, it would be cool to see people from other parties besides just Republicans or Democrats running in 2024 and actually having a chance to win. That would be a lot better than the current situation we are in now, where you really have to choose between one massively different set of ideals and one massively different set of ideals again. It's harder to choose that way. If we had something where it was more of a system where there's a bunch of different parties and you could pick and choose based on that, and if one was doing bad, then you could elect a completely different one. If one was doing good, then you could keep them in office. It should be based on performance. Also, all lobbying should be made completely and totally illegal. I think that would be the biggest step towards fixing what we have seen in the country. Also, he does have a link to his website on this article. Let me go ahead and go down to the website. We were already there, and then somehow it exited out. I'm not sure why. That's very, very frustrating. Yes, somewhere along the way, legal tender, U.S. Senate candidate. We'll have to see. I mean, you know what we could do? We could go to history here, and then we could go to... I mean, it has to be somewhere there, right? Come on. Where is it? We're waiting for it. U.S. Senate candidate. Here it is. Tim Yursich for U.S. Senate. There's the website right there. We found it. Let's start making real change together. Kind of a cheesy slogan, but who cares? At least he's embracing Dogecoin. That's cool. Here's some of his key points. Learn about some of the issues. There's a few pictures of him. I think he's trying to look very stoic in those pictures. A little funny. Politicians can be weird sometimes. This one, though, less weird than most. Obviously, volunteer. Are you up for the challenge? Become a volunteer. Basically, it shows some videos of him and stuff and shows his platform. Dogecoin, though, we need a big Dogecoin right there. Come on, Tim. What are you waiting for? I know you're going to see this, Tim. Put a big Dogecoin logo right there. Maybe even cover up the California logo, because I like the Dogecoin logo way more than the California logo. Come on, Tim. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just do it, buddy. Then we also have this article right here. Dogecoin, the CEO/founder of Terra Luna, is, quote, unlikely to face prison time for 60 billion UST crypto wipeout. Fines and lawsuits are much more likely, says Crypto World CNBC. With this right here, you start to wonder, where will the consequences come for Dogecoin? Because the truth is, Dogecoin did allegedly dissolve his business within Korea. He dissolved it shortly before this whole thing happened. Why would he dissolve it before this happened? He also had a bunch of trouble, legally speaking, when it comes to the taxes and the tax system over in his country. Is it true that Dogecoin decided to try to tank Luna by taking, or maybe he didn't want to tank it on purpose, but is it true that he decided to sell a lot of coins, try to make money in order to be able to pay for his massive debt that he owes to the government, and then that's what caused it to crash? Is that why he decided to dissolve it? Just in case it crashed, then he would absolve himself, in theory, from some of the legal responsibility. That certainly could be the case. So no, he's probably not going to face jail time. It seems more to be the case, because he technically is legally allowed, if he wants to. He's legally allowed to go ahead and sell tokens. That's not against the law, even though I would argue it is against moral standards when you have the level of fame and money that he has. Especially, you shouldn't be selling large amounts of tokens, and you shouldn't be getting yourself into tax trouble in the first place. That was his big mistake, if this is, of course, the way it unfolded. But now, as we continue to watch, we'll have to see. He probably is going to be in some sort of major financial trouble here. Will he have to file for bankruptcy? That's a possibility. Will he have to absolutely take his net worth down to close to zero? It could happen. We don't know. It'll be fascinating to see what goes on here, especially since it is not someone who's based in the US, so it'll be even more interesting to watch this and see where it goes, see what unfolds here. Hold, Moon, says Matt Core. I like the sound of that. I'm holding. That's good to hear, says Julio, but he says it's kind of meh right now. And you know what? There's some truth to that. We have not seen any crazy sparks with Dogecoin. We have seen a few mini spikes that were forming and trying to break out. We have not seen the big run yet. We have not seen the big one. Dogecoin is holding pretty strong right now. It's only a matter of time. The longer it holds the floor, the higher the chances are of the spike. Just keep that in mind. Take some patience. It takes some faith, but once you have patience and faith, you'll be good to go. And 1 penny Shiba, says John O'Brien. Good luck with that. I mean, it would be funny to see SHIB hit 1 penny, but I mean, come on, be realistic. It's not going to happen. I mean, it'd be nice, right? There's a much higher chance of Dogecoin going to $10 than there is of SHIB going to 1 penny. So I would much rather be holding my money in Dogecoin, even though if SHIB does well, I like to see that. It's cool to see SHIB and their community benefiting from the market. Why not, right? It's always fun to see coins go up. Even if you're not holding a ton of them, it's still fun to see. I do, by the way, hold some SHIB. But Bitcoin at 30,000, Ethereum at 1,836, Tether at $1. Oh my gosh, that's shocking. USD coin at $1 as well. Shocking news for both those two. BNB at $309, Cardano at 59 cents, XRP at 40 cents, Binance USD at $1, Solana at $41, and Dogecoin right now at 8.284 cents precisely. You got the precise numbers coming in there. It is up 6% this week and 2% on the day. So we are seeing steady growth. I mean, imagine 2% day over day growth over an extended period of time. That equals pretty large profits. I mean, if you see the stock market going up 2% a day, that's really good. In cryptocurrency, it's a little bit more volatile, so people don't see that as positive of a development, but it is. I mean, that's money going into your pocket. That's money going up, and we want to see that trend continue, even though we have seen coins like Solana down 3% this week. If we go up to Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're both up a little bit, but on the day, Ethereum only up 0.36%, Dogecoin up a little bit more. On the week, Dogecoin also beating both Ethereum and Bitcoin, so that is cool to see. Hopefully, we'll see the breakout pretty soon here. We don't want to wait too much longer, and fortunately, we may not have to with some of the catalysts that are coming up soon. You might as well sell your Dogecoin, says Anthony. I mean, if you want to, you can, but we both know what's going to happen, Anthony. The second you sell your Dogecoin, what's it going to do? I mean, come on. Let's not be silly here. Everyone knows the second you personally sell your Dogecoin, what happens right after. I don't even have to say it. You already know. You'll sell it. Actually, please do sell it, Anthony. Then we can all benefit from that. You don't have to, though. I mean, hold on to it if you want. It's up to you. Hector the dude says, cheers and USA flag. I like the sound of that. But yeah, if it is the legal tender of the USA, just imagine when we do see political candidates at the highest level embracing cryptocurrency. That's when we could actually see cryptocurrency taken over as a legal tender, not the legal tender of the United States, but it could be considered legal tender to where companies would have to accept it. That would be potentially one way also of helping with inflation. That's an out-of-the-box way of thinking of that. There are actual solutions that crypto can provide to the current economic system and to the faults that it has right now, because it does have plenty of faults. There's no denying that. It just simply does. I sold 150,000 and just rebought, says Paul R. Paul R. just bought a bunch of new Dogecoin. That's good to see. Yeah, if you're playing the market like that, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. It can cause you to make more money. And obviously, in this community, we all want to be making the most money possible. That's why I'll never shame anyone for playing the Dogecoin market. There's nothing wrong with trying to profit and having fun with that. I'll even try to help you to the best of my ability when it comes to that, with alerts and things like that, and news on when Dogecoin may or may not be spiking, when to play these moves when it comes to trades. But I don't personally sell or buy Dogecoin like that. I do buy Dogecoin. I consistently buy Dogecoin. I love buying Dogecoin. I buy it all the time. I don't sell it. I used to do that when I was first starting off my career, but then I realized I just can't bring myself to press the sell button. I just can't do it. So I like holding that, and then I can trade other cryptos. So it's okay. Don't worry. We can still make money on other cryptos even if we don't sell Dogecoin, or you can sell Dogecoin. It's up to you. That's just not something I personally want to do. I mean, my finger, when it gets close to the button, it just repulses away. That's what happens. Push wallets, bruh, says David. Yeah, using your own Dogecoin wallet rather than being on exchange is absolutely smart. I've made videos on that before. If you have not done it yet, what the heck are you doing? Come on, do it. Don't wait. Make it happen. As we also have seen some other big developments in the crypto space, including, take a look at this, Chipotle now accepting cryptocurrency. We talked about this some on the show yesterday, but once again, that is 3,000 stores, close to 3,000 stores nationwide that are going to be accepting cryptocurrency, including Dogecoin. This article, though, says including BTC, ETH, and Solana. A little bit silly that they're not going to mention Dogecoin. Oh, wow, Percy, you giving us a send-off because you know the live's almost over? Percy having some fun with the toy. Let's see. Let's zoom in on the Percy cam. There we go. Can you see Percy? there we go. You can see Percy now. Zoom in on the Percy cam. Percy's the one that has the black on her face. Rose is the one with the white face. Oh no, am I gonna get canceled for saying that? Oh no. What is Tim? Who is Tim and what are the odds he's elected senator? Says Smeeg Goal Vibes. To be honest, we don't know that. I mean, it is hard to get elected into office in any Senate candidate role. Come on, Percy, what are you doing? But it's even harder in California because it's such a big state. So we'll see. I mean, I'm certainly rooting for him, but there's no guarantees he's going to win. If he does, that would be good. And it's without question that he has a much higher chance of winning now than he did before because of his Dogecoin embracing nature. We'll see. Maybe he would do a better job than some of the politicians there. If he's smart enough to embrace Dogecoin, maybe he's smart enough to do other things too. We'll have to look into it more. And hopefully he will win. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.